What the hell? What the hell?
Modified too much. I think, okay, women, and here's my theory, and I could be completely wrong, and the internet probably gonna destroy me for this, but I think women that have more than 2 baby daddies usually have some sort of mental illness.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, because you're getting genetically modified too much. I think, okay, so this is what I know. Every time you get pregnant, right, there's stem cells that come from that baby, and them stem cells end up behind your eyes and your brain and your heart and your lungs and stuff and help your organs heal while the baby taken from you. And those stem cells will always stay with you, right? So that means that man is always in you. And that is why, the Bible says you will only desire your husband. Correct? This is why you got to use condoms, because that baby batter get up inside you, and the uterus is very porous, much like the mouth, right? So when anything goes up in there, it automatically, the uterus starts to absorb it. It starts going through the vaginal walls and all that, and the blood, it gets into the bloodstream, right? And so, so it takes
get in there.
So it takes like 6 weeks to get a man out of your system if you have unprotected sex, and it's because he's starting to bind to your DNA, right? And that's why it's couples, when they be together too long, they start looking alike. You start looking like him.
Wow.
Like, it's not, the guy don't start looking like her. She start looking like him, because he is genetically modifying her, and every time you get pregnant by him, you start to get modified, right? So
females, they just have kids with anybody at this point, and men too, they have kids with anybody at this point. And just look how people was raised. Look how their parents lived. I mean, you could put all those aspects into it, but this is why I have 2 daughters, but after hearing information like this, I wouldn't have kids no more. I would definitely be careful of who I have kids with at this point, because of the spiritual in it, the spiritual bonding. But people don't understand that. That's why people do just have sex with someone they barely know. I don't know how people do that, but it's out here, and it's more and more common. And I think also, real quick, that because a lot of people is like single or alone, men and women, as soon as they meet somebody, it's up. You know what I'm saying? Because people be taking the opportunities. It has to be. When I was young, it was cool to take time to meet a woman, and she says, hey, I ain't have sex for a whole year. I wasn't with nobody for a whole year. Like, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was, and that made men feel like, man, if I can get her, it was worth something. It was worth pursuing.
If you get pregnant by multiple peoples, right, that's multiple spirits, multiple thoughts, multiple modifications from different DNA strands.
All you hoes, I hope you're listening.
It's causing you to have mental stress. So, it's very evident, like what I'm saying is very evident and makes sense, because like you got all these dating apps, all these women like free sex, free this, whatever, I'm doing, but I'm living it, I'm exerting my sexuality and all this, and I don't care if I got 5 kids or 5 baby daddies, whatever. Usually those bitches are mentally, they're struggling in so many different ways, not just financially, but also just like on where to focus, how to whatever, because you got too many different bloodlines in your blood.
Too many kids. I mean,
you have mental illness. So that was my theory on sperm.
That makes sense.
That's very, very.
And that's why you can't just. That's why you have to use condoms, ladies. That's why you have to use condoms. We cannot genetically modify men.
She like that. That's my theory on sperm. I like Tiffany had it. I like this clip, and this would make when I get certain clips from certain people, it makes me like I like Tiffany for this. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really know them, behind the scenes and stuff. So when they get on these podcasts and all that, I really like this from Tiffany.
But what it is now, it's the women. It ain't the men no more. The women's going bad. The women's going bad. It ain't the men's now. It's the women done gone bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah, it's the women done gone.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
Because that's when the men don't respect them. That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect.
I'm not having relations with my husband until he agrees to this three-way. So there's this guy that I work with. He's super attractive, super handsome, and he came up to me and he asked me if I would be interested in dating him. I told him that I'm married, and he came up with the idea that maybe we could have a three-way. So I went home and I proceeded to tell my husband about it and ask him if he wanted to have a three-way with this guy that I work with. He said no, and I don't really think that's fair. He expressed to me that he doesn't want to have relations with anybody else, and he doesn't want me to have relationships with anybody else. And I think that that is extremely selfish of him to not want to do that. So I have decided that until he says yes, I am not going to be romantic with him. I have decided to pack up most of my things and sleep in the other room and make that room my room until he agrees to do that. I don't think that I'm being dramatic, and I just think that he's being extremely selfish.
My thing is now, if she's willing to have a threesome with this guy that she's working with, you don't think he already done smashed that joint? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Yo, do y'all ever be looking at your man and you're just like, my man is so fine. My man is so fucking fine. God bless me with such a fine fucking man. And all of a sudden it's just like the crazy switch just fucking flips and shit. And you're just sitting there thinking, if I think he's fine, then other bitches gonna think he's fine. And if other bitches think he's fine, they're gonna tell them that they think he's fucking fine. And he's gonna start thinking he's fine. And if he thinks the other bitches that think he's fine is fucking fine as well, and tells the other bitches that think he's fine that he thinks that they're fine, now they gonna start fucking with each other. And he gonna be fucking with some fine ass bitches and not me anymore. And now all of a sudden I gotta fucking find my man so I can crawl inside his fucking skin and live there. So I can make a fucking perfume out of my pussy juice and spray it all over him so the bitches that think he's fine, cause my fucking pheromones all over him. Stop playing with me now. I'm over here checking this motherfucker's location. Why haven't you responded to me in the past 27 minutes? Is it because of the other fucking bitches? Ah! What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So you go and you get on your fucking Twitter, where are you? And then all of a sudden, bing! Hey baby, how's your day? Great, daddy. How's yours?
To all the women that want a husband, this is exactly how you do it.
Ladies, I may be mid, but here are 10 reasons why my husband bought me this Porsche. I don't argue. I speak calmly and leave space for him to rise. I assume his intentions are good, which makes him want to prove me right. I let him lead, then praise what worked. Example, I love the way you handled that. I treasure myself. He mirrors how I treat me. I protect my peace earnestly. No chaos, no reaction spirals. I don't ask, what are we? I ask myself, am I aligned, and act accordingly. I say, that makes me feel taken care of anytime he shows up. I rest visibly, so he knows what he's protecting. I stay soft, even when I'm right. He's not looking for a rival. He's looking for calm energy that he can trust. I'm poised, sincere, and warm in every room we walk into. This makes him want to keep me on his arm. Follow for more love truths that actually work.
I don't really have to add anything to there. All I have to say is a lot of women think you just have to look the part. It's not about looking the part because beauty fades at the end of the day. It's about being genuine, feminine, soft, and submissive. Yeah, I know a couple arguments gonna be is, oh, she's a white woman, or yeah, I'm not doing none of that, or he's probably still cheating on her. It's crazy to me how she just gave you the blueprint to make a man happy and most likely make the man marry you and do everything he can in his power to get you exactly what you need and want, and you'll find a way to bash this woman. It's crazy to me how a lot of women out there have the independent mindset. That's okay. At the end of the day, I'm going to ask you one simple question. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
Morning, we getting right into it. Who the fuck gave y'all this title as to call yourselves single mothers? Y'all bitches is not single mothers. Y'all are difficult bitches. A single mother is a female who raises her children or child alone because the father of her children or child is either incarcerated, deceased, or just a flat-out deadbeat. So if your baby father doesn't fall under any of those categories, you're not a single mother. Some of y'all are baby mothers. You let the father see the kid, but you're just irritating. You're toxic. You want to argue. You want to be with him. Ugh, y'all know what y'all are. Y'all love that title. But the rest of y'all bitches are difficult bitches. Put that shit in your bio. You're not a boy mom. You're a difficult bitch. I call you up to get my kid. You say, yeah, it's cool, but let me ask you a question. You still with that bitch? What that got to do with anything? Click. You hang up. Now you sending him a long paragraph telling him how you're never going to see your kids, how he's getting put on child support. Does that sound like a fucking single mother to you? Or does that sound like a difficult bitch? Does this sound like a mother who's fucking tired, posted on fucking Instagram? Oh, I need a break. Postpartum is so fucking hard. You got the break, bitch. You so tired, but you got a whole bunch of mouth to argue with a nigga who just want to see his kid. You're not a single mother. You're a difficult bitch. When you bitches have conversations and you try to make yourselves a victim out, yeah, girl, I was with my kids all week and I'm a single mother. Stop telling bitches that. Tell her I'm a difficult bitch. My baby father want to see my kid, but because he don't want to be with me and because I think I run the shit over here, shit don't go how I go, how I say, then shit's not going. Why don't y'all start telling people that? Y'all bitches is not single fucking parents. Leave that shit in 2025 too. Pack that shit up.
And for real, a single mother is a woman that was married and got divorced. That's what a single mother is, really, the definition. So for real, most of y'all females is baby mothers, man. Just baby mamas, just females, dudes busting a nut in and had a kid with. You know, that's just the reality of it. A single mother is a woman who had children in marriage and got divorced. And she's by herself. That's a single mother. And we can get into this video, one of my old videos when I first started this channel, and I actually let the channel go, you know, because I'm telling you, man, I was one of the first people. I ain't gonna say one of the first people, but I was in the era this video was like 2017. So the podcast didn't even really exist at that time. But the whole content creation thing really just started. And who I really started listening to at the beginning of, you know, the red pill movement and stuff like that, the content was AMS. AMS was the first guy I listened to. And red pill, I wouldn't say red pill, but I'm going to say as far as male content creation, you know what I'm saying? That was the first guy react to this video because I'm doing it different this time, you know what I'm saying? So I want to react to this video and see what I say and elaborate on it because I think it's really short.
About the women, about nothing bad. It's just that the women of today and the men of today, both of them, it go both ways about the men and the women.
It's probably not the best decision if you're trying to grow and you're trying to become the best person.
Already know that. They already know that they're beautiful. They know that, that they are fortunate people that doesn't really have to try hard to get what they want as far as like love and stuff like that. It's the men of today that has to go out and actually kill, murder, or maybe do extraordinary things just for love. Okay.
trying to become the best
The whole
version
point
of
of
yourself,
these end-time reports is not to wake people up, but just to let people know that a lot of people out here is not the same, meaning like everybody is not shallow. It is a little bit of hope out here if you're trying to surround yourself with real people and people that's on the same path that you are. So that goes to the next subject about your company that you keep around you, people who can benefit your life as far as your dreams and your goals. Plain and simple, if they not on what you on, don't deal with it. Accept being alone and don't try to, go out here and try to find things in the wrong places. That's where people go wrong. And that's
one of my first videos, man. One of my first videos. That was a young Mook, man. It's a lot of things that changed since then as far as what I was saying. But yeah, man. This is the Endtime Report, episode 2. Smoke, man. Holla at me, man. See y'all on the next one. Time, I'm done. Everybody out here on their own. Things calling my phone. I'm all up in the zone. You better not come up in my home, yeah. Every